It's going zippy
The
zippy.
stream is live. Oh,
And we're live. What's up, everybody? I know it's too
all kinds
late.
of good stuff. All kinds of good stuff.
Are we going? Are we going? You know
Oh,
me.
yeah.
Are we live? Are we live?
We're live.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome to Lindy's Treehouse. I'm like, I missed 1 week, and then I'm all like, oh, well, where am I at? What am I supposed to do? Okay, all right. Yes, welcome to Lindy's Treehouse, Paramount USA in the house, PPG Gypsy Kramer and Michelle Aldridge, my favorite girls ever in the house tonight. We're just going to have a fun pre-Thanksgiving show, as I call it, because next week we're not going to have a show because I'm going to be eating dinner with family and watching football and watch my Detroit Lions win. I've just got a full schedule next Thursday. So go Lions, go Lions. So
But tonight's the Steelers and the Browns. Who you rooting for?
Go Lions, go Lions. And Gypsy has her, how do you say it? A Rubik's
Cube.
A Rubik's Cube. She's got her Rubik's Cube tonight.
I'm gonna solve it while you're reading.
Yes. I've got like so many things here tonight because it is Thankful Thursday, and we'll let everybody get settled in the chat, and then I'll have Gypsy. You can read everybody who's in the chat shortly. So I'm just going to read some quick quotes here from Thankful Thursday, and we're just going to talk all about being thankful, paying it forward, and Gypsy is my paying forward queen, and I love it. It's about paying forward. And so you guys, you probably saw my story on Facebook. I'm not sure, but in case you guys didn't, a few days ago, a little gal got on the bus with me, and she went to pay her bus fare, and she was scrambling in her purse, and she couldn't find her money, and she wanted to write a check, and I could tell she was getting really frustrated. So I told her, I said, don't worry. I said, I've got it. And she looked so surprised, and I said, no, it's okay. I got it. And I was like, how much do you need? And she goes, $1. I said, okay. So her bus fare was $2.50. So when you're on a fixed income and all that, $2.50, that's a lot. So I went ahead and I put my $1 in there. I paid the rest of it. I paid the $1.50, and she said thank you, and I went on with my day. And that stayed with me the whole day, that I paid it forward for somebody, and that's not the first time I've done that. Whether it be on the bus or, I don't know, opening the door for somebody, putting, helping them with their bags maybe outside or something, little things like that. Because I think it gives people faith that, somebody does care, because this world has gone crazy. And I want, and I'm sure when that lady went home, she, told her daughter whatever would happen, and, it made me feel good. It made me feel good to give back. And like I said, there was another time, same thing on the bus. Somebody maybe was short of money or whatever, and I, even just 50 cents, right? Just I got it, and I didn't even think twice about helping this lady. So it's just those little things that you can do for people that really, makes a difference. When you're out and about, just share that smile, open the door for, hold the door for somebody, say, please and thank you. And that's me when I do, when I'm out and about or whatever, I say please and thank you. So I am thankful for all of you tonight. because it is Thankful Thursday and Thanksgiving is next week. And you all mean so much to me. And I found something, it's on my phone. I'll see, I think I screenshot it. And I want to read it to you all real quick because it's really cool. Let's see if I can find it. I hope I saved it. Okay. So this is for all of you in the chat for being here tonight, and for Gypsy and Michelle. I'm going to read this little quote here. Okay. And I'll try not, you know me, I just get all, I want y'all to feel warm and cozy tonight. Okay. That's what the show is about. Thank you for being a blessing in my life. I want to take a moment and let you know how much you are appreciated. You all are true angels to me, and I'm more grateful to you than words can express. Few people possess the considerate, unselfish, loving heart that you all have, and even fewer are willing to give so much of themselves. I thank you for all your kindness, and for being the wonderful, amazing people that you are. I'm kind of ad-libbing here, but because I'm talking about everybody. I know I am blessed to have you all in my life. So that is my Thanksgiving thank you to all of you that always come back every Thursday night. And you've all, since, day one, you've all encouraged me to do this, and you keep me grounded. And I always look at it, it's not a competition. This is all about just, giving back to you guys and making everybody, when they leave the show, they always say that y'all have something to take with you, and just to make you feel that there is people that do care. And I care. I care about all of you. So the thing I'm gonna do this real quick, and then we're going to just kind of go through the show here. True life is lived when tiny changes occurred. It takes each of us to make a difference for all of us. People who live the most fulfilling lives are the ones who are always rejoicing at what they have. And that's what I feel like, I always get up in the morning. I just thank God for everything, that he gives me every day, and the people around me and all that. And just remember, nothing is more honorable than a grateful heart. Small cheer and great welcome makes a merry feast. To give thanks in solitude is enough. Find your peace, your power, and your purpose. So remember, you can even write this down, your 3 P's: your peace, power, and purpose. Small acts of kindness, self-compassion, and the trusting the process of growth can help us rediscover joy in ourselves. So this season, let's shift the goal from perfect to meaningful. Show up as you are, give what you can, and trust in life's unfolding. You've got this. So I'm going to leave it at that right now. But I like the idea of the 3 P's: your peace, your power, and purpose. So I'm going to ask everybody. Okay, I'm going to start with you, PPG Gypsy. Let's work on those words, okay? Your peace, and the people in the chat too. I want you involved in this. What is your peace, your power, and your purpose in life?
Oh, what's my peace? I don't know. Probably flying, because, it used to be riding a motorcycle. I was just, no matter what happened during the day, as soon as I swung my leg over the bike, I was happy. Now, as soon as I start climbing into my paramotor, I'm happy. So that's my peace. My power is, I think my power is just all the kids, seeing all the kids happy. That's my power, is when and all of them, not just the ones I take groceries to, but all the kids. I love to go see kids wherever we are, and see them being happy.
I like
Um,
that.
it seems like it just gives me the desire to go out and do more stuff.
Yep. Yep.
So I just love kids, and I'm the director of our church's Christmas play this year, which we've never had one at this church before. So when I brought it up and I said I'd like to work with the kids and do a Christmas pageant, they said, "Yeah, that sounds like fun." But they never expected anything to happen, and I've already got all the parts assigned, and I've been practicing with the kids. So
Oh, I love it.
it's great, and they're going to do the name of the play is The Night Before Christmas. 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, but then they tell the original story of 'Twas the Night Before Christ's birth. It's just a really powerful message, and the kids who at first said, "Nah, we don't want to do that. We're too embarrassed to do that." Now they're all involved and loving it and excited. And so kids are definitely my power.
I love that. I love that. Real quick, what are the responses? Show me what responses are in the, because I know I'm getting the chat involved too. And
Let's see. Will Fly said, he often said that the only time he feels 100% at peace is when he's in the air.
okay,
And
I love this.
Cuba said, Michelle does thumper as in the rabbit or a woman with a sledgehammer, just wondering. And Will Fly, Michelle's hair looks particularly nice tonight. That must be his power.
Aw. That's nice.
Michelle's hair looks particularly
Beautiful.
nice. And Tony was thinking the same thing as Will.
Okay.
Michelle said yes, the rabbit off of the cartoon Bambi. So not a lot of, only one response as far as power, but yeah,
Okay.
I mean, flying really changed
Yeah.
my outlook on life. So that's where I find my peace. When after my daughter died, I
Yeah.
just wanted to die too. So I had a stress related heat stroke 2 months after my daughter passed away, and 5 months after that I learned how to fly a paramotor and didn't want to
Amazing.
die anymore. So I mean, it's just when I get off the ground, I'm up there in the air and I can, yeah, that's just, it took the place of my death wish. So
Sure. Oh,
I
that's
totally
what a
understand
cool
when that's
thing.
people's peace.
What a cool story. Hey, y'all in the chat, what was the next one we said? Power? Yeah, we did the piece. Okay, what about power, everybody? Where do you find your power? You guys throw it in the chat here, and I'm going to talk to Michelle now, my lovely Michelle. Hello, lovely Michelle.
Hello.
I hope you had a good week so far.
It has been crazy, like crazy.
Yeah, I'm just happy to have you here tonight. I'm happy to have everybody here tonight. I totally missed everybody last Thursday. Believe me, I was not having a picnic last Thursday night. Except Molly's like, wait a minute, Mom. It's 6 o'clock and we're going to bed. What the heck? What the heck, Mom? So last night we stayed on a regular schedule to get back on our schedule. So she was all cool with it. She's like, okay, I get it now, Mom. So that's my life. Yeah. Which I love, and I love her too. So Michelle, tell me, while everybody's in the chat writing their power stuff in there, what their power is. So tell me what your peace, power, and purpose in life is. What's your
My peace is like living out in the country with nobody around. That's just my peace. It's so peaceful and quiet, just watching nature and being able to see all the animals, deer and stuff like that. That's my peace. Or fishing, you know.
I love that.
And my power, my power, I don't really know.
Maybe your woman power, like, your power is, the power starts like within you. You know, you have the power to make choices, right? Good choices. You are worthy.
Like
I say, you
I
know.
guess like would be like being able to help people and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. You have the, you know, how do we put it? You have the power to, you know, say yes, say no. You have the power. You can look in the mirror and say, "I am beautiful." You know, I'm gonna have a good day.
Right.
You have the power. You know, it's like we all have the power of positivity. How's that? There.
Yeah.
So, okay, so that's good. And then the purpose. What do you think your purpose is?
Purpose is like I don't know, like to be able to help people and like just do good in life and have my family around.
That's beautiful because you have your uncle that lives with you, and that not everybody, you know, not everybody will do that. Have their, you know, have their it's your uncle. That's right. Have, you know, just a family member live with them. So,
And my nephew lives with me too, so.
Oh yeah, and your nephew too. Yes, and I think that's awesome. That's all working, you know, working out for you and for your nephew, and
Oh yeah.
you know that's fun. I'm glad that, you know, that's what family's about. So Michelle, what's everybody saying in the chat about the power and peace and what I say? We're talking about power.
I haven't. Scuba said he gets joy in helping people, always has.
Let me see. I'm going to look up something. I'm going to Google something.
Bill says the meaning of life is to help others.
Okay.
That's about all, especially.
Okay. So I'm reading this here. There said there are two powers in the world. One is the sword, the other is the pen. And there's a third power stronger than both, that of women. So the women are more powerful, you know. But it says here the future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams. So, that's a good one, Will. The power of the tongue. Yes. Yeah, you got to be careful with that. That's for sure. That's in the Bible too.
Yeah.
So what about because it's going back to power. Like I remember, you know, it can go all different ways, right? Remember when you be at work and every time you get all settled in, you're used to one supervisor for 4 or 5 months, you know, what they expect and everything. And then a new captain comes on board, right? And then you got to start all over again. And then you're looking at this person and then before you know it, the whole front end, as you used to call it, being a cashier, you know, we used to say, oh, he or she's on a power trip. Because, you know, to me, they needed some people skills, you know.
Yeah.
And they would walk around thinking so a lot of people, right? Going back to power, they can abuse their power too. And whether it be, you know.
Yeah, I've had several people at my job, as I would tell other people, there was too many bosses in the fire.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
They would try to act like, you know, they're the boss, and that's when you gotta watch your tongue.
Yeah.
I'd like to throw some of my old bosses in the fire.
Let's see. I'm going to see that one, the one I was reading, power quotes. Okay, for men. Okay, let me see what the men, power quotes for men. I guess that's one thing that's hard for me to want to even try to attempt to get in a relationship because I don't need somebody. I don't want somebody in my life and start over again and then them telling me what to do.
Yeah.
I mean, I already got, I already have, like my son Ryan, he keeps me in check, all the time. And
Yeah.
I love Ryan. I love him to death, but he's always like, Mom, I worry about you, and blah, blah. And I'm just, I just want you to be careful, Mom, because he thought that my cold medicine that I had last week or whatever, that I was taking too much of it. So he was all worried. You're going to fry your liver, Mom. Yeah, you don't need to, you're fine. Okay, so Albert Einstein says, try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Ooh, let's take that. What do you think of that one? That's Albert Einstein. He's one smart dude. Yeah. Try not to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. So what is your take on that? I saw Gypsy, she was going like this, like, yes. What do you think that means? Try to become a man of success, and that could go for women too, but try to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. So
yeah, a lot of people put success above everything. They'll step on your back and step on your head and tread on your feet and stab you in the back to get power over you to become successful. But instead of worrying about being successful, worrying about the fact that people can listen to what you say and count on it to be the truth. They value your words and your actions more than success.
I like that.
Success isn't just money. It's how you get along with your neighbors too.
There you go. See, Bill said wise. Yes. Yes. That's a really good answer. What do you think? What do you think that means, Michelle? Try to become a man of success, but rather become a man of value. Like you want people to look at you, like
Yeah. I mean, be, not really to be successful, but to put value in your work and what you do in your life.
There you go. There you go. That's a really good answer. The next one says, Confucius says, he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. So that's kind of cool. I think he who conquers himself, I think that has a lot to do with like maybe looking inside yourself and, maybe humbling yourself to things, and say, well, thinking in your head, well, maybe I was wrong to say that or this, you know what I mean? And I think it has a lot to do with just humbling yourself, because he who conquers himself is the mightiest warrior. So those little things like that, you got to do it for you. And it's like almost like admitting, to yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I need to work on this. I need to work on that, to be a better person. And then it says, men are born to succeed, not to fail. So, and that, that can go either, with men or women. I don't know. It's all how you look at life, right? If you want to succeed, it's not going to come. It takes work.
Yep.
No matter what you do in life, whatever your goal is in life,
They always say if you don't succeed at first, try again. So
yeah. And I always say, as the saying goes, you're only stuck if you stop. Okay, this is a good one. Malcolm X: a man who stands for nothing will fall for anything.
Yeah.
So, Michelle, what do you think that means? I'm making, and even in the chat, you guys and gals.
What was that again? I was reading one of the Will's asking Kramer about
yeah.
the Rubik's Cube. What was
Okay.
that?
All right. Okay. All right. Kramer, tell us about the Rubik's Cube then. We'll take a little break here. Will Fly said he wants to know what about
Oh,
the
I was
Rubik's.
just going to answer him that. I'll save that for a fireside chat or for something to do in the middle of the afternoon when I'm at a fly-in. It's more fun if I can explain it to you in person. I taught a 4-year-old on my school bus how to solve a Rubik's Cube.
And
So,
who invented the Rubik's Cube? Do you know?
I used to know, but that was like 40 years ago.
Let me see.
They did not have Rubik's Cubes when I was a
Let
kid.
me see.
But the first one I got back
They had
before
when I was a kid.
internet was
I had one too when I was a kid, when I was little.
they didn't come out till I was in my
Okay.
20s. And the first one I got, you couldn't look it up on the internet how to solve it, and I learned how to solve it by myself. It took me about 2 days, and once I realized that every square can only go to so many places without taking it apart or peeling the labels off, that's cheating.
Which I did.
Places. So it's a logarithm to solve it, no matter what you. And so sometimes you can look at it, I can look at it and see where things ought to be, and I can solve it in 10 moves or less. Sometimes it takes me a while. So depending
I don't
upon
have the
where
patience
the
for that.
colors are.
I don't have patience either. That's why I used to always pop them off and put them where.
You're so my daughter, Michelle. You're so my daughter.
If you're
Or I
gonna,
would
if you're
sit there
gonna
and peel the
cheat, you might as
stickers
well
and put
not
them
do
with.
it at all.
Oh my
Or
gosh.
I'd peel the stickers.
Well, the guy that invented, we'll give you the history here. His name was Erno Rubik, born July 13th, 1944 in Budapest.
Oh.
And he is the inventor of Rubik's Cube, a popular toy of the 1980s. Wow. I thought it was a lot longer than that. It consists of, okay, so I'm going to do a little trivia here. How many small cubes are in it, consists of? Do you know how many?
27.
How many do you think there is?
27.
Nope. Well, who knows in there? Tony, you're leaving me already?
Well, only 27
Bye,
faces.
Tony. Happy Thanksgiving.
I guess there's 28 because there's one in the center.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Hey,
it's 26.
28?
26 small cubes. And it says that rotate on a central axis, 9 colored cube faces in 3 rows of 3 each form each side of the cube.
But look, there's 3 rows of 9 because there's a cube inside holding them all together. So there's really 27. But yeah, there's 26 faces.
Oh, okay. Okay. So he was actually a master and an architect too. See, I learned something tonight. I probably didn't say his name right. So Michelle, who's on the chat tonight, girl? Go ahead and read off the chat.
Well, Tony was. We got Walter.
Yeah, it's football, and Angela probably just got home from work.
Will Fly, Bill H, Scuba.
Hi, Munchkin, if you're out there.
That's it. Just them people.
Okay, that's okay. I got my usual peeps in here for that like to hang out in the house.
The reason I said it was been a crazy week. See, the other day Randy was right there in Alabama, and he couldn't deliver his load till Monday, so we went and picked him up from Alabama. And Monday we was taking him back, and it was we left the house at 5 o'clock, and we was right there by the it was one of those green signs that says say like this one said Jasper exit,
okay,
mile up or whatever.
Okay.
And we was my nephew was driving, and on the others there's 2 lanes on our side and 2 lanes on the other side, and there's the median right there, the grass median.
Okay.
And, there was a box truck, an 18-wheeler box truck coming, and he got over too close to the edge, and he overcorrected, and he flipped his big truck.
Oh, right in front of you?
Yes, it was sliding right towards us.
Oh my God.
And luckily, it was going, he laid it over right there in the road, but it slid like 20 feet and then went down in the median thing.
Yeah.
And luckily it was grass and dirt, so his wheels kind of flipped and turned and stuff like that, so it stayed, it kept him in there, luckily. And so we stopped real quick, and Randy and my nephew got out, and he was okay. He was shook up and everything, but they got him out of the truck and everything. And
so Randy was in the box truck?
No. He was with us. We was taking him back to his truck.
I see. Okay, I gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, and this guy flipped his truck.
Oh,
but
I got
the driver was okay, but yeah. All that ice cream was gone, messed up.
Oh my gosh.
But that was like crazy.
That's a nightmare for Will. Don't tell him those scary ice cream stories. He'll have nightmares tonight.
It was the good ice cream too, the Magnum ice cream.
So
Will only cares if it was DQ.
No kid. So the box truck was an ice cream truck?
Yeah. It was one of those refrigerated reefer trucks.
Oh my gosh. That's awful. Poor guy. Oh my goodness. And all that ice cream was lost.
It's like Bluebell ice cream. Eat all you want, we'll make more. Spill all you want, we'll make more.
Yeah, there you go. Just throw little gallons, half gallons to me or whatever.
That was just crazy because I've never seen that, and that just brought kind of like reality, being Randy's a truck driver. That's one thing that worries me all the time. Like, when he's gone, it's like, okay, that's one thing I'm always worried about is this the last time I get to see him? You never know.
You don't know. And thank you all the truck drivers out there too. God bless you. God bless you, Randy. We would be lost without everybody, with all the truck drivers. I would be lost without my Amazon drivers. You know what I'm saying? Michelle, I know you'd be lost too without your Amazon drivers.
Yeah, because we always order off Amazon.
Man, I tell you what, Amazon's my friend. That's for dang sure. And I like to get on the Amazon, like it's Amazon Basic. And you can find some generic stuff on there, like generic crackers and all that for really, really cheap. And I didn't know that. I found that, the Amazon, I found the, what did I say? What kind of thing
Amazon
did I say?
Basic.
Yeah, the basic. Yeah. The basic, basic one or whatever. Amazon Basic, they call it. In fact, today I just got a set of new sheets for my bed, and they were only like $15. And
Wow.
I can't see paying $40 for a set of sheets. It's just me, and so so I get on there and
our sheets for our bed is like $20 or $30, maybe sometimes $40 because we have a California king bed.
Oh gosh, yeah, I just have a full size bed or whatever, but I'm thankful for Amazon. That's for sure.
I have to have a big bed because I like to sprawl out when I sleep, and plus I got my fur babies that like to hog the bed.
Oh, I remember that.
I don't have a bed. I just have a hammock.
So you sleep in your hammock? Doesn't your back hurt after when you're?
No.
Oh, John Wayne just came in.
Hi, John. How are you doing, bud? Thank you, chatters, for everybody being here tonight. Makes my heart happy because it like I said, next week's Thanksgiving, so we're not going to have a show, of course, because I want y'all to enjoy, time with your family and everything. And
Judy's in here.
hi, sis. That's my sis, Judy. I missed you, sis. She's the best. She's the best. I told you, anytime we can call each other any time of the day, any time of the night. Well, only emergencies, that kind of thing. But I can call her. This is sisters, right? I can call her like tomorrow, and maybe I've already talked to her 2 days ago, and we'll sit on the phone, for an hour or two, just talking about stuff. And she always told me when I'd be stressing about stuff, when my big move and everything, she'd say, it'll all come together. And it's always stayed with me. And I need to get like a coffee mug or something that says that, it'll all come together. And every time that she has said that, it always has. And I love you, sis, and I appreciate you so much, for being in my life and everything. And so, Gypsy, who do you appreciate for being in your life, and what are you thankful for?
Oh, I'm thankful I got to learn how to fly a paramotor. Let's
Bye,
go back
Bill.
to that. And
Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends to be thankful for. I'm thankful for the whole paramotor community.
Yes.
Just pretty much everybody who's in my life is there for a reason.
That's right.
God has really blessed me. And here is, I don't know if you can see it. There it is. That's me in my paramotor.
I love that. Look at you, girl.
In that trike.
In your beautiful trike.
That's me. I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful to the instructors at Lone Star Paramotor for not giving up on me, and for Ron for not turning me away when I called him the first time and said I had a stroke 3 months ago and it took me 2 more months to get into his class because his classes were full. But there's a lot of them. I'm thankful for the kids on my school bus because they are really something else. I just love them.
That's such a cool story. That is such a. Did you go kiting at all this week?
I did. I kited. Well, what's today? Oh, Monday I was kiting, and last Friday I kited. When there's not too many people in the park, I get to kite, and when there's a bunch of people, they all come down and watch me. So then I get to tell everybody about it.
Yeah. So you have like a little audience or whatever. That's great.
Yeah, that's and great. I've talked to several people who come out here to camp. They have become paramotor pilots because they saw me out here. And there's a guy that's going to be in Ron's December 8th class that I met him out here camping, and I told him I fly, and he came down and saw me taxiing my trike around the field and ground handling my wing, and he got excited and went down, and I sold him Ron charges $125 for his discovery flight. Mm-hmm. And I sold him a $125 discovery flight ticket for a discount of $100. When I told him I got discounted tickets, he took his wallet out and handed me $100 and bought the ticket right then. And
nice.
I told him if you go down and get a discovery flight and decide to sign up for class, Ron gives you your money back towards your class. So he went down, got his discovery flight, took out his wallet, and paid for the next class he could get into, which is December 8th. So
that's so cool. So that's kind of like too, like your giving back story, right? That's kind of, or paying it forward, I want to say.
Yeah, everybody gets so excited because when I talk to them, I'm excited because I can fly, and I'm excited to tell them about what I'm doing with this big wing. Yeah, and they get excited, and then they're like, "I think I'd like to try that." And I'm like, "If you want to try, here's a discounted ticket," and that gets them even more excited. So, yeah, I've sent a number of people down to become paramotor pilots. It's fun.
I think
I just love it.
that is so cool. I think that was so cool. Michelle, what's your what are you thankful for in your life, and what is your favorite thing to pay it forward to somebody?
Well, paying it forward, I like to just do that to anybody that I see that needs help, pretty much, especially if it's a child or a kid.
Mm-hmm.
And then definitely thankful for our family and friends and everything, and of course my fur babies.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
And thankful that I definitely have a good husband that helps manage things, especially when I've been down without
Yes.
able to work and everything. So he definitely has been the rock in the situation so far.
So you're wearing a boot, right? Are you still
Yeah,
wearing a boot? Yeah,
yeah,
it was updated here in the chat, you know.
yeah. I have to wear it until the second when I go back to the doctor. I go back to the doctor. Well, I have 3 more physical therapy appointments. I have one on Monday and Wednesday, and then on the second.
Helping? Is it helping
Yeah,
the
I mean it is. I mean I'm getting more movement and flexibility in that ankle, but
yeah,
it still. In this last physical therapy appointment, he had me bring my shoe. That way, I can
okay.
kind of work on doing my exercises with my actual shoe on.
Yeah.
Because I think when I go back to the doctor, they'll probably put me in an ankle brace.
Okay. So you got
So, because
your
I'll be able to go back to work the third. I hope. I hope.
do you have to use resistant bands for your feet?
Yeah, they have me do all kinds of stuff. They have me put like bands on my foot and stretch my foot, and then I have to they put a board in front of me, and I have to like rotate my ankle both ways to get that movement and everything.
Okay. Okay.
It's getting better. It just feels weird without the boot on. If I get up to move around, I can go short distances without the boot.
Yeah.
It just feels weird without the boot because it.
Oh, I'm sure. You got to build strength back in your foot, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. I remember that. Um so I'm so it says find your peace, power, and purpose. So I don't know. My peace is starts with my peace starts with inner peace and being happy with myself, being happy with who I've become. You know, the last three years. That's what that's my that's what makes gives me peace to know that I'm doing the right things, that I've grown so much. I've grown a lot in the Lord, as the saying goes. I've learned to trust Him and for Him to be my peace, even though sometimes I start doubting things and then I have to step back and say no, or I start doubting myself, and then I have to step back and say, okay, no, you are a good person. No, it's okay. Sometimes these things are going to happen, and so once I get to that point, that's kind of like my peace, my inner peace. That's where I find my inner peace. I have to dig way down and say it's going to be okay. Like I said, you are a good person. You've come a long way. um, I couldn't have all the things I went through. uh, Gosh, I couldn't have gone through without my family,
Right.
and that's why I'm here, because
Mm-hmm.
I have family around me now. I'm not sitting in Arizona by myself. I have support. I have my friends. I have my parent family, which I totally adore every one of you. And so that's my peace. I find my peace there. My power is my power is my I have the power to have a good self-esteem about myself. I have the power to I I can get on here and I can do this show, with everybody. I have the power to step out of my comfort zone. Nobody can take that away from me, Gosh, I worked at Home Depot 33 years. I could have gave up on that a long, long, long time ago. There's many times I just wanted to quit, and I stayed with it because it was up to me. I had the power that I had to dig inside again, to stay with it. And then my purpose is just, gosh, at this point in my life, it's just, my purpose is, who can I show kindness to today when I'm out, out and about or whatever. My purpose is just finding my finding happiness. Maybe find happiness with, show somebody else my happiness. Share it, share my smile and share my positivity. That's why, I'm on the show. I'm on the show, doing the show. It gives me purpose in life. It gives me something to look forward to every Thursday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I missed the show last Thursday. I was so bored.
Oh, and and the thing, it makes my heart happy because, Michelle, you said that it really helped you come out of your comfort zone.
Yeah, it did.
And help Gypsy, us all getting together and just, hanging out in the chat, everybody in the chat. And just
you was talking about how people being kind and stuff. That's why I like this shirt I got.
Oh yeah, what's it say?
Wait, let me turn it the right way. Hold on. Up there we go.
Oh yeah, everyone is fighting a battle. Nothing about. Everybody's fighting a battle. Nothing about. Yeah, that's true.
I just got that shirt the other day. I love that shirt.
That's great.
I have to show you my new shoes that my son bought me, that Ryan bought me. It was really funny because I looked on Amazon, and I found my Fila shoes that I like. So because my other ones were kind of I've had them since 2021. Now the walking I do, and that's another thing. I feel so. And I love the word empowered, let's use that word tonight. I think it's so empowered has so many meanings, right? And I always feel empowered when I put my walking shoes on and I get outside and I do the 6 or 5, 6, 7 miles, and I get out there and I come home and I just I did my 6-mile walk. I did my 5-mile walk, and you feel, it makes you feel good. And Gypsy, just like when you get up in the air, you just feel, it feels good, and you feel, and I know everybody in the chat too, what makes you how do you feel empowered some days, when you get up in the morning, you're doing your stuff, what makes you feel that Gypsy, that's Gypsy's, probably Gypsy's boyfriend's calling her again tonight. They always call during the show. She has to teach those men that you need to call at certain times. Right?
My the way I felt empowered is like when I was doing my life insurance license, I had to take those exams,
Oh yeah. Talk to us about that, Michelle. I'm gonna go grab my
and I had to take those exams online and everything, and then I had to take that big state exam, and I failed it like 2-3 times, but the 4th time I passed it because I had that drive I was not gonna give up. I was gonna pass it.
And they probably ask you, was a lot of hard questions.
It wasn't too hard of questions. It was, but they were way different than the actual exams on the computer and stuff.
So you had to study for it.
Oh yeah.
Well, did you say what Will put in the chat?
Bring home a gallon of milk and a loaf of bread.
Yeah, because when weather gets bad,
Wow,
people go crazy. Like weather goes bad and people start like freaking out. And then when you go to the store, there's no milk or no bread. I'm like, really?
That's
yeah,
okay.
you
I
guys
don't
don't
eat
get
bread and
snow
I don't
there.
drink milk, so
Wait. We don't eat a whole lot of bread around here. Well, we do kind of depends, but we go through milk now. We are milk
Oh, no
drinkers around
doubt.
here.
Let me go grab my shoes. I'll grab my shoes so I can show you.
We're definitely milk drinkers. 1 gallon might last 2 days, if
I
that.
don't do milk.
Because my
And I
uncle has,
don't,
we drink
yeah,
milk with our dinner, and then we have cereal and stuff like that. And
yeah.
but
If I ate cereal, it'd be right out of the box, but I don't eat cereal either. But all I drink is water.
mm,
So, and occasionally I drink electrolyte stuff, the hydration sticks like Liquid IV or,
yeah, I have to drink that stuff when I'm working because it gets so hot in the factory and
yeah.
everything.
I can't wait till I know the weather will be changing here and there, but can you guys see my new office
Those are
shoes?
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
I got to get me some
Ooh,
shoes before I go back to work. That's for sure. Because my shoes
Um,
I've got, they're
See, the
gotten really
bottoms
cool.
of them are. I'm trying to hold this up. There we go. The bottoms are really cool,
It's
and
got
then
good traction.
they're very colorful. They're Fila's, so
nice.
they're super comfortable. And I'll put these on, and I will feel empowered walking. Super excited about that. Yeah, my new I got some rain boots last month from Tractor Supply. I love that store, and like for $20, I got some really cute. See, I can show you guys. Show you my new. When I lived in Arizona, you didn't need rain boots, right? So this
Out
year,
here we have to have them because it's red clay mud out here.
are these
Those
like the cutest?
Those are cute.
Little flowers, $20, and they're the high ones.
Yeah,
They're
I
not
have
mine.
just black ones. Like they
I
get so
I
dirty
yeah, I love them.
because I have to take and clean out my chicken pen and hose
Yeah,
down. I taken about once a week. I hose out the front of the chicken pen because of the ducks and stuff.
oh
They
yeah,
make a big
yeah,
mess.
yeah. I got my muck boots. The muck boots are lined. The muck boots are for the snow and the slushy. These are just rain boots. They're not gonna keep your feet like when it starts getting super cold.
Oh
Then you
yeah,
put muck boots on because the rain boots are just for like now the weather's not. It's not too bad.
yeah.
I wore these the other night to the store or whatever. I wore
Right
them.
now here it's windy and it's about 30 something degrees.
Yeah, it's 36 degrees here right now. So my chatters, what are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Please talk to me. Talk to me in the chat. What do you guys, are you going flying? Are you cooking dinner, Will? Walter, what are you guys doing? What are you doing, Scuba? What are you guys doing for Thanksgiving? Share your share some things, and then I can share maybe some Thanksgiving stories.
We're having family over. We're getting Randy's sister and her 2 kids and his
Good.
stepdad and maybe his cousin. I don't know.
Okay. What is you
Yeah.
guys read the chat? Hi Scotty. What's Scuba saying? You guys we'll make sure we'll get with the chat here.
Scuba's going to a relative's house that's cooking.
Oh, that's good. I love it when somebody else cooks.
Scott said he's going to in-laws.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
Randy's gonna smoke a ham.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
Yeah, it is really good. And
Yeah,
plus, we're having a turkey too. So
yeah, we're going out to Ryan's not cooking this year. We're okay. What did Walter say?
36
30.
degrees.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
yeah.
right. Walter, it's summertime. where Walter is. I forgot. Right,
He said
Walter?
it's too hot to go
Summertime
out.
there in Australia.
I wish it was hot here. I don't do the cold. I hate cold weather. I'm dreading February because every February around here we get ice storms.
Oh,
So
I love the cold.
Will, do you Will, say yes or no? Do you cook for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, turkey stuffing, cranberry and pecan pie with Cool Whip.
Wow, Will.
I work on Thanksgiving, so me and Cricket are gonna split 2 cans of tuna fish and celebrate another day.
Oh, I believe me, if I could fly you over here, I would have
Canada's
you here.
Canada's Thanksgiving is in October.
Okay, and Will Floss says they don't have Thanksgiving in Australia, do they? Walter, is there Thanksgiving in Australia? Oh, okay. Go ahead and you can read it, Michelle.
Walter said, "Down under, yes, it's hot summer this year."
I forgot. Isn't that that's so interesting how the weather, like we're flipped.
Mm-hmm.
That they're in their summer now and we're in, we're
That's
back.
like in Alaska. It stays like dark so long, and like I could not do that. That would screw me up.
Oh yeah.
Or they have
Yeah.
so many like days or months of just straight daylight.
Yeah, my second ex worked on the tugboats in Alaska when he was a kid and all that. And he always said there was a saying in Alaska.
Walter said there's no Thanksgiving
In Alaska, they would say, you don't lose your woman, you lose your turn. That was the saying, these things. Because because the women outnumbered the men, right? And what do you do in Alaska, right? When it's dark all the time, everybody sits around, and they get drunk all the time.
Yeah,
So,
Walter said they don't have Thanksgiving there.
what did Scott say?
Parts of Alaska see no sun at all in the winter. Yeah, it's like nighttime.
That is so insane.
Walter said we get weeks at 40 Celsius. Dang.
Wow. What's Will say? Go on. What about Will? What up, Will? Go on. Go on with your happy self. Is that what you're saying, Will? Go on with your happy self.
Yeah, my sister, she always forgets that we have our Thanksgiving in November because theirs is in October. And she's always like, Happy Thanksgiving. I'm like, it's only October.
Oh, I know.
It throws me off because she's always telling me,
Let's not rush it, right? Yeah, my daddy's birthday is November 23rd, so it'll be a happy heavenly birthday for my dad. I think he would have been 99. His birthday, yeah. A couple years ago, it was last year that his birthday was on Thanksgiving, if I remember. Yeah.
Yeah, mine was right this time. It's like on Tuesday, I think the 26th. And last year, I think it fell right on Thanksgiving.
It's late. Yeah. Thanksgiving's late this year. I just remember growing up. If I can remember, we always had Thanksgiving at our house, at our house or whatever. And I just can remember the smell of the turkey in the oven. And, we'd have my aunt and my cousins would all come over. And I think we always had set everything up in the basement, with the banquet tables or whatever. Or maybe because I remember we had a pool table, so we put a sheet of plywood over the pool table, and that was kind of like, that was where we put all the food or whatever. But I think the parents maybe went upstairs to eat sometimes, and the kids ate downstairs. But the kids' table, we had a little card table. So when we were little, everybody, if you were young or whatever, you
had to sit at the kids' table.
Yeah, you weren't allowed to sit at the table with the.
I think the most disappointing Thanksgiving I ever had was back when I lived in California, and my aunt told us to come over. They was having Thanksgiving dinner, and being a kid, you're expecting Thanksgiving dinner, turkey, all the fixings of Thanksgiving, mashed potatoes, all that stuff. We get over there, and first she brings out a salad. I'm like, okay, I'm like, well, that might be okay. I eat salad sometimes. And then she brings out a lasagna. I'm like, what the heck? What kind of Thanksgiving dinner is this?
What are you, Italian? You bring out lasagna?
Well, she was married to an Italian.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
That was the most disappointing Thanksgiving dinner ever. I was like, no, this is not Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's funny.
If I wanted Italian food, I would have just went to Olive Garden, not Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I think we're Leslie and Ryan, they made reservations at a really nice restaurant off the bay or whatever, and because Leslie has to work the next day, and the families, her side of the family's all busy and stuff. So I'm glad they going to make it really easy, and we'll have a nice dinner and then go back to the house, to Ryan's house, and watch football and all that, and just all hang out. So I'm looking forward to it. You at my now at my age, it's like this will be I guess this is going to be my 4th Thanksgiving with Ryan and Leslie.
Well, back when my mom was alive and stuff, when we would have Thanksgiving and stuff, she she couldn't really cook and stuff, because of her health and everything. So we would go to, we had a local store that, you could go buy the whole Thanksgiving meal.
Sure.
And just bring it home, and you just reserve it like 2 or 3 days before Thanksgiving, and you just go pick it up, and it's the whole thing. It's the turkey and the stuffing and the whole thing, the whole dinner. You just take it home and basically put it in the oven and heat it up.
I think they still
still do it.
I
just rather cook my own, but
yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I just remember, and there's little things you remember. I don't think I think I used to sit at the kids' table just because, I don't even remember really sitting with the adults or whatever, because it was no fun. I didn't care if I was a teenager or whatever, I would sit down with my, my younger siblings or whatever, sit down at the card table, and it could be. Do you remember what did they call those projectors that you could watch home movies on? What do they used to call like a Kodak projector or whatever?
Yeah.
And I remember growing up that my parents would be all upstairs, they'd all be up there getting drunk with their friends and stuff, and all the kids would be downstairs, and we would put Mickey Mouse movies on the projector, and they were all. I don't know who's got the projector now. Probably maybe my sister does. One of my sisters does. But we could watch home movies. Watch the Minnie Mouse cartoons, and they were black and white, and there was no sound. But we had. That's how we kept That's how we kept it. Kept us. Yeah, that's what it is, Scott. Yeah, and I remember my dad trying to take home movies, and the big old freaking spotlight like this, you know what I mean? And he that thing. Yeah, Christmas time. My dad loved doing. If my sister's listening, she'll remember. He loved taking, doing family movies and all that stuff. But
that's one thing I like about Thanksgiving, because it brings family together, and because nowadays you go out, and if you go to a restaurant and look at half the people at tables, especially with families and small children and stuff, 90% of the time they're not interacting with each other. They're all like this,
They're all on their phone.
Their parents are on the phones and the kids are on tablets.
Yeah.
And nobody's talking,
No. And
it's sad, really.
That was my dad's favorite time of the year was, having family, whether it be Christmas or Christmas or Thanksgiving, So what Will say?
He said he remembers those projectors, but I sure didn't watch cartoons on it with us sticking out.
Yeah, we have, and I bet somebody in my family still has, and I can still picture the box, the original box that projector was in a Kodak box. It was yellow box, and we always kept it. We always kept it in the, little things you remember, in the front closet by the front door. That's where we used to keep the projector. And we got old enough we could take it downstairs, and watch. We'd watch different movies on it or whatever.
I still remember the old original Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with Annette Funicello. I can't pronounce her last name.
Don't even get me started on that. Funicello. Yes.
Annette. Oh my God, I can't pronounce it. I feel crazy. Anyways, yeah. Back when,
Funicello, whatever.
Oh my God, I can't pronounce it.
So this is one thing here I can read real quick. Just remember our willingness to embrace our self-acceptance, self-awareness, and do so with highly courageous self. Compassion will be our greatest work and purpose of our lives. So there's just some. So then, you can always take things with you. There's nothing you can dream that you can't achieve. And so there's some really cool stuff on.
Funicello, yeah. Scott had to abbreviate it so I could read it. Funicello.
I like that. I put that on there. Yes. And she ended up having MS, didn't she? It was so sad. Yeah. And she ended up. I don't know if she's even. I don't think she's alive anymore. I'm not sure.
I doubt it. But I don't think half those people that used to be on that old show were.
Yeah, she had that MS, and it was super.
Well, except for one, Britney Spears. She was a little kid on that show, and now she's grown, so she's still alive.
Britney's a cuckoo case there. Oh my goodness, But yeah, this was fun. I enjoyed this being with everybody because, like I said, next week's Thanksgiving, and I just like everybody to kind of think about their past Thanksgivings and what they're thankful for. Thank you, Scott, for that. That's right. It's so sad. It was so, I remember that. I totally remember that. With everything going on. So, Gypsy, what fly-ins are coming up next year? Is there anything that you're going to go to Fly for Gauge, right?
I'm going to try.
Okay.
Hopefully
good.
I'll be getting my Social Security by then. So
you be set. I'll pray about that you can go, that you'll be able to go. I think that's awesome. I'm hoping that there's a way that I'll have to ask Shani about it, that I can donate to the Fly for Gauge, even though I can't be there, if there's a way to, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's a way you can donate.
Or even I'll buy a shirt, if I can, it's
what does the money go to for that?
Scholarship. Yeah. It's a scholarship in his son's name. I think that's really awesome. I'm going to read this real quick because I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to leave, but there's something that, okay. So this was his Thanksgiving. This was kind of cool. I wrote this all down so I could actually see what I was reading. So each word in the word Thanksgiving stands for something. So I want y'all to listen because it's kind of cool. So we go Thanksgiving. So Thanksgiving for the T is there is nothing you can dream that you can't achieve. H is have the courage to go after your dreams and believe. A is always remember you are beautiful and unique. I love that. I love that. N is never give up when you're going after what you seek. And I think that's very important because how many times, you know, you set that goal and you're going after it, and then you kind of stop, like, you know, because you don't have the self-confidence, and you stop and think, why do I even bother? You know, you have those days or whatever. So I think that's very important to not give up, that to keep striving, right? Keep striving for your dreams and keep striving for the things that make you happy. So it says never give up. Okay, so we got THAN. So K is keep reminder around to remind you of your dreams.
Howdy, Jade.
What's that?
Jade just popped in.
Oh, JD's in?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, JD. I love you, girl. I miss you. I miss you and Eric so much. So we said K, keep reminder around to remind you of your dreams. S is savor the present, for it goes quicker than it seems. And I savor every Thursday with y'all. Okay. I love it. You know, it seems like the hour just flies by. G is give more to others than you receive. And I love that because I always try to do that. You know, I can't be around people that take the attitude like, well, yeah, that's so cool, but what's in it for me?
Mm-hmm.
You know, kind of thing. Inspire, and then the I is inspire others with all that you achieve. So that's kind of cool too, because just by your achievements, right? And you know, people are watching. People watch. They watch what you do. They watch what you say. You don't think you do, right? And so, so don't you feel when you achieve at something, just like Kramer, when you do your flying and they're showing other people flying, and you're happy with what you do, that you know, you by helping them, right? You're inspiring yourself too. At you know, showing your achievements, and you're sharing your achievements with people, right? You know, just like Michelle, when you start selling your insurance and all that, and maybe you'll, you know, down the line, other people will come on board, and then you can help them, right?
Yep.
Achieve their dream like you're achieving your dreams. So the next one is V, value yourself. You are perfect for you. Is this like the coolest?
Yeah.
I'm like the motivational speaker, you know. Yes. Since like I'm the oldest in the crowd here tonight, you know, I have to inspire people, you know, because I've been around the world a few times. You know what I'm saying? See, you could be like my younger sister.
A few times.
And then Michelle's my daughter, and Gypsy's like my younger sister. So value yourself. You are perfect for you. And it's so important to value yourself, right? To have that self-esteem, feel good about yourself, right? So, and then okay, this is the word this is the I. And I wrote individuality about 3 times in here, trying to spell it. And say it correctly. Individuality is important, so let it shine through. So what is that saying? It's saying we're all individuals, right? And we all have our own, how do you say it? We all carry ourselves different, you know, and you want that to shine through to show other people. And then N is notice the small miracles all around you. And you guys are my miracles, you know, just being here with me tonight. I love it. And then the last one is greatness starts from within. So these are like really cool. Yeah, I just Google everything and then I write down things that jump out at me, and I think this is really cool, and so it's a good thing to read, and I know, Michelle, you probably write. I mean, I have a journal. I don't know how many people keep a journal, in the chat, but it really helps me a lot. So, what's everybody chatting about in the chat? I love you, JD. I miss you. I love you, Eric. How you doing, bud? I miss my friends. I miss them.
Google said it must be freezing where Jade is if it's cold here.
Oh, that's right.
Jade said she's in Mississippi, and I asked her what part. She said she's in Hattiesburg. I know exactly where that's at. I've been through there before. That's down South Mississippi.
That's where they're hanging out with Dweezy.
Yep.
That's right.
She's in the south part of Mississippi. I'm in the north part.
Okay.
So it's probably a little colder here.
How do you spell Mississippi, Michelle? Huh?
Mississippi.
Mississippi. You're just a smart cookie, you are.
M-I, cricket letter I, humpback I.
Yeah, see, I can remember that one.
That's funny. That is funny. I just, so that my Thanksgiving was, I just remember, and I remember like Christmas, I think one year, I think it was Christmas time, we went to my aunt's, my dad's sister's house, who lived on the next block from us. And I'm sure that made my mom really happy because if I remember right, my mom did not get along, the family thing, didn't get along with my aunt. If I remember growing up or whatever, they didn't get along very well. But anyway, I can just imagine when it was Christmas time, we had to go to, Aunt Blanche's house. And, you know how that goes when you're like, oh God, I gotta go to it. Anyway, she always set everything up down in the basement. And she'd set all these little glasses of tomato juice in front of all of our, in front of everybody's place setting, all fancy wancy. And I took a sip of that. Ugh. I don't know about you guys. I don't like tomato juice.
I don't know. I like I've been craving, which I just had it the other day afternoon for lunch. Grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup.
You had what?
A grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And the best part is you dip the grilled cheese in the tomato soup and eat it. That's the best way to eat it.
I love cheese. In fact, I bought like a little cube of it, like sharp. I love the sharp cheddar cheese,
Yeah.
And I can have a few slices on my sandwiches or whatever, but I can't eat grilled cheese sandwiches like I used to. I just can't. But the only soups that I stock up on are chicken noodle soup. My chunky soup.
I like all kinds of soup, but like I said, the best way to eat a grilled cheese sandwich is dip it in the tomato soup. That's the best way.
See, Gypsy? Oh, Gypsy, you don't like soup, or do you like soup?
I don't eat bread, so it's hard to make a grilled cheese without bread because I don't eat tortillas either.
Well, dang.
I just eat the cheese. this will make everybody happy. I just cut the cheese and then I eat it.
Oh my gosh.
I do too. I love cheese. My mom used to
slice it all up and eat it. Yeah.
My mom used to call me her little mouse because I would eat cheese. I could eat a whole block of cheese.
I cannot. I love cheese, but my mom. I remember mom used to have parties, right? The cheese fondue. She'd bring the fondue pot out, put on the table, and that was that was real popular then in the 70s, maybe the fondue.
Yeah,
I think it's coming back. But I remember, the fondue used to do the fondue stuff or where the fondue, the cheese stuff or whatever.
I couldn't do mayonnaise on grilled cheese. I don't do mayonnaise. I hate mayonnaise.
No,
I don't
I
like
don't.
mayonnaise.
Oh, you
I
don't?
don't
You
do
don't like
mayonnaise either. No.
Mm-mm.
You
I
can't.
don't like. I
Sorry,
don't like.
we
I
can't
don't
be
like.
friends then if you don't like mayonnaise.
I don't like mayonnaise. I don't like ketchup. I like ranch, but that's it.
I don't like ranch. I don't like mayonnaise or ketchup or ranch. I like whole
Oh
grain
my gosh,
mustard.
I'm crushed here. Jeez. I have to have, when I make my hamburger, when I make my little, because just me. So I'll buy a couple pounds of hamburger and then I make them little patties, with my little hands. That like patties are like this, that size or whatever, like hockey puck size, and I'll put them in little baggies and then I put them in the freezer, right? And I can make a lot of meals out of it. Or maybe if I just want to make a taco, right? I'll just take one of those hamburger patties, one or two, and cut it and make me tacos or fresh tacos or whatnot.
Usually on my burgers, I'll put barbecue sauce.
But I have to have in my hamburger. Sometimes if I have white onion, I'll put white onion on it. But it's usually ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, and then instead of pickles, I put relish on my hamburger.
No, I don't do pickles. I hate pickles. I'm weird. On my burger, I like barbecue sauce, cheese.
I love. Okay, how many of you in the chat love like what's your favorite pickles? I love the garlic pickles.
Now I do like the sweet pickles, like the little bitty miniature sweet pickles. They're like that big in a jar.
Oh yeah, the crunchy. My dad, when we'd have lunch, or my dad always had those little what were they called? The sweet pickles, but you'd have them with your whatchamacallit, jalapeno pickles. Ooh, you sound like my sons.
I don't do hot stuff. I can't handle hot stuff.
I don't know. I bought some Doritos the other day, and even Ryan was like, Mom, those are spicy, right? I go, yeah, that's fine. And I think they're really good. The new ones that came out,
the spicy ones,
Doritos,
yeah.
The spicy, they got the spicy chili. They're called spicy chili or whatever. Oh, I think.
No, I don't do anything spicy. It messes up my heartburn. I don't hardly get heartburn, but if I eat something spicy, I get it.
Yeah, that sounds like my sis. My sis has got like acid reflux, so she can't have, that stuff. But kosher dill is my favorite too, Scott. I like the garlic kosher dill, and I just think I know, the fun part is when you have Thanksgiving and stuff. My mom would make the big relish trays, with the olives in it and all that. And then my favorite thing was, which I haven't had forever, who else has like celery and cream cheese? I just love the celery.
I don't like
celery stick with cream cheese on it.
I don't like celery sticks because of the strings. They get stuck in your teeth.
It seems like the celery's not like it used to be. And you're right. Certain celeries are really, are really stringy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Ryan was little and we went, what is Scott saying? He got a what?
Bottle of scorpion pepper hot sauce. He on his table puts on everything.
Oh God. I have salsa, and I got to learn to make my own salsa, but a medium. I like the medium salsa, not like the hot.
He must have to keep a fire extinguisher next to his toilet when he eats that stuff.
Oh my God! Yeah, I can't eat like the hot stuff or whatever. And even like the jalapeno, I've had because I remember we'd go out, for Mexican food or whatever, and my favorite Mexican food is chimichanga. Is my favorite Mexican food. And then we have there's a food truck that comes around right around the neighborhood or whatever. And they have the best Mexican food and the best burritos or whatever. I remember going to rodeos and they'd have the kitchen set up and people come in and make homemade breakfast burritos.
Mm-hmm.
The best. I remember they used to make the best breakfast burritos, And back then you could get one for like $2, And sometimes they sometimes we didn't even have to pay to eat breakfast in the morning. So it was, it was nice. If your salsa doesn't make your nose run, you're not doing it right. That's true. That's true. Look at, well, you are, Walter, you are hot stuff, babe. Sugar. Yes, sugar. Yeah, Walter's my sugar. He says he loves the hot stuff. I don't know. Walter,
I like sweet stuff more than I like hot stuff.
Well, as I used to say, is it hot in here or is it me? I used to say that word all the time. People, they used to, yeah. Well, one time I put on Facebook last week or something like that, and I said people that I used to work with, what do they remember about me? And every one of them said, which I was shocked. You always made us laugh. Your funny stuff that you did, and I was like, me? Are you sure they're talking about little quiet me? I used to always. Oh my gosh!
I would not want to ask my ex coworkers what about me.
You're like you don't want to know. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want to know. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I always like
probably my mouth. Because yeah.
Oh, stop, Walter. Stop. What is Walter saying, Michelle?
You're hot. And you're hot and hot Linda. Hot Dan. You're hot Dan and hot Linda. Oh no.
Oh my goodness. I'm having hot flashes. Oh, I don't have to worry about that anymore. Oh my gosh. All these people, are a lot of these girls in their 50s now, and they're dealing with the hot flashes. No, thank you. No, thank you. I had to laugh
on my bed.
Like you missed a hot topic. If anybody watched Shanie's show on Tuesday, talk about conversation, huh, Gypsy?
Yeah.
Going to the wayside.
We went all over the place.
The least. That was pretty hilarious. That was pretty hilarious. And I'm just going to leave it. Yes, Scuba knows because he was there. And what did Jade say? Pickled what?
Okra. Ooh, pickled okra. I couldn't wait to get the South to get a jar of them.
Pickled okra. I don't know. I think my dad used to grow that. If I remember, I can't. God, I'm craving like fried mushrooms. I remember.
I like fried squash. Fried squash is good.
Fried what?
Squash.
Fried squash. I've had acorn squash. I love acorn squash. What did Scott say?
His mother-in-law was cursed. She was still having her periods into her mid-50s. Poor lady.
Oh, geez, Scott. Thanks for sharing that. Thank you for sharing that with me. Yeah, we're not going to go. My MIL. Yeah. I'm sure she'd appreciate that. National YouTube here. I like how they abbreviate mother-in-law now. Cracks me up.
Yeah.
MIL. At first I was like, what the heck is MIL? Oh, mother-in-law. Nice. Yeah.
I don't even know what MILF is. I'm old school. I don't know what that is.
We're not going there on this show.
Oh, Scott, you were talking about hot flashes. Yeah. Well, yeah, eventually. Yeah. Believe me, I just remember mood swings it was horrible. Like my 52, 53, whatever, 54, it was like, it wasn't fun. It was not fun. And I was like, I ain't getting on no hormone shots and all that stuff because I knew they weren't good for you. But I don't miss that at all. I like, where'd the time go, right? I mean, even with the age thing. I mean, I'm gonna have to do it big next in in May, turning 70. So I'm going to have to start planning something, what I want to do, whether maybe me and my son or whatever jump on the airplane and go to San Diego and I can see all my grandkids, for my birthday. Maybe plan a trip, it'd be perfect time of the year to go.
I have 7 months and I'll be 50.
Gosh, just wait. It's great.
It's
It
great.
really is. You're going to just then from 50 on up to 54, you're just going to be like, what the heck is going on with me? Everything's going to start going this way and that way and down and up. And you're going to be like,
everything has pretty much gone down and up because of my feet, my ankle, now my shoulder, my other foot. Yeah.
Hey, and don't get me wrong. The men in the chat, the men do menopause. They do have menopause. I call
baby,
it.
I'm not a baby.
Yes.
I don't feel like a baby. I wish I was still a baby.
Yeah, men have menopause. I'm just saying.
Menopause.
I think that you're exempt from it.
Scott's only 43 and 2 months old. Man, that's so long ago. I can't even remember that far back.
He's the same I know I adopted Scott because he's the same age as Robert. So speaking of, where is Robert tonight? Gosh, every once in a while he surprises us and he just kind of shows up, doesn't he? Like last week. We had such a fun show last week with Barry.
Mm-hmm.
2 weeks ago.
Little Bear.
2 weeks ago. Yeah. 2 weeks
I
ago.
Hope he's watching, or he'll probably watch it later. But yeah, I was so embarrassed when I watched the show the next day because I opened and it was before he was on the show, right? We were waiting for him to come on. We were just chatting. And I'm like, I'm so excited. And instead of saying Barry Shepherd, I'm like, I'm so excited. We're going to have Barry Potter on the show. Where the heck did that come from? I open on my phone and I'm listening to my show, the beginning of it. I'm like, and when you see yourself and you say that, there's no turning back, right? And it just, I had to, and that's another thing. I just had to laugh at myself because good thing I didn't say Harry Potter. How embarrassing though. And I told Barry about it later, and he just started laughing. He just thought that was the funniest thing. Walter, you get hot and sweaty morning sickness. Walter, are you pregnant again? Jeez, Walter.
He's having hot flashes early in the morning. I was lucky. I had cancer when I turned 34. And they did surgery and took out all my plumbing, so I never had to deal with any of the plumbing stuff. I never had menopause. I didn't get any of that stuff. Never got hot flashes because everything's gone. It was all, they just yanked it all out. And I told Ron, I said, I yanked it all out and I'm a eunuch. And he said I was pronouncing it wrong. They yanked it all out and I'm a unique. Me up.
Scott says he has a resting grumpy face according to his wife. People think he's always mad. Damn.
Oh no. Well, that'd be like me when I and I'd be at work and I'd have my like intense face or whatever, and I'd be working and my customers always come in, think that I was mad. I'm like, I'm not mad. Smile, whoa, smile.
Yeah,
that's one, like smiling. Smile.
That's one thing I hate when I go to work. Everybody's like, why don't you smile? I'm like,
yeah.
Why do I need to smile? I'm at work.
Be happy to have a job.
Yeah, I don't want to smile here. There's nothing that's going to make me smile here.
I don't feel like smiling. I know.
I'll smile when I'm walking out the door, going home.
I know. Sometimes the customers give me a hard time, and I would just smile and say, "Thank you, have a good day." And as they're walking away, or whatever, then I'd say, "You're welcome." I would just yell, "You're welcome,"
Yeah, I'm too much like my mother. She was not a morning person. I am not definitely not a morning person. I
You're
had to
like
work
me.
morning shift when I was at Dollar General and when I lived in Baldwin, and whew, that was rough. People come in there all happy and chipper in the morning, and I'll be like, "Good morning."
I remember, hey, when I worked at Home Depot, I had to be in the door at, I can't believe, hi Molly's got her days and nights mixed up, I think. Now, they were trying to get back on schedule. She's been sleeping since like 2, 3 o'clock. I know you can see her, she's behind me. She's on the back of the couch. That's her
Mm-hmm.
spot, whatever. But I just remember, working at Home Depot, I had to be in the door because I worked with the contractors, at the contractor desk and cashier and all that stuff. And I had to be in the door at 5:30, be in the door, be on the door by 5:30, clocked in by 5, make sure that I'm clocked in and up front at 5:45.
Mm.
I remember that, you had some of these managers that would be watching, you come up, that you had to make, because the doors open at 6, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you had to make sure that you were on your register. And the worst part was that, like, early morning like that, even though I loved the hours, was right, you figure when you get there, you're having your coffee. And then I had to make coffee for the contractors too. And that was my other duty or whatever. And I remember within a couple hours, right, by 8 o'clock, you have to go to the bathroom, because you have that coffee. And I'm looking down the whole front line, and it got to where there was, especially after COVID, right? Then it got to be that it was just me and self-checkout, and that's it. And then the head cashier. Well, no, I had nobody to relieve me. It was horrible. I had to wait sometimes till 8:30, 9 o'clock for the next person to come in so I could go to the freaking bathroom. I remember I used to be freaking out. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? When you're working, it's an important thing. But I remember that. Yeah, talk about getting grumpy, right? Because they come through. What are you grumpy about? I have to pee, and they won't let me. And then my customers be like, "All right, go ahead. I'll watch your register for you." And sometimes I'm surprised I didn't get fired, because sometimes literally I would wave to my head cashier and I'm going now. And, I turned my light off, and my one customer would, he'd wait or whatever. And so I come back from the bathroom and stuff. So, such great morning memories, but it was always fun to finally, to get out of there in the afternoon, though, 2:15 or whatever. I couldn't wait. I could literally clock out, run out the door. And I remember I'd get in my truck and I'd get halfway home, and then I'd be like, I'd forget my phone in my locker or something,
Mm-hmm.
I used to get in trouble a lot because I'd have my phone in my apron, and you weren't supposed to really have your phone. I was such a troublemaker, seriously. Yeah. They'll be like, I remember one time I got in a lot of trouble because in the morning, the guys at the pro desk the next day, they left a mess behind the pro desk, right? So my 2 head cashiers, they kind of ganged up on me, but they were like, "Hey, you need to clean up behind this pro desk, And you know what I said? I said, "I'm not cleaning up after those guys. They can clean up themselves." My butt got pulled in the office so fast.
I would have said the same thing, because I'm like, I didn't make that mess. So why can I clean
I
it up?
got in trouble because I told them, "No, I'm not cleaning up after these guys." I'll never forget that. It was like 5, this is before we opened. You open the store, it's like 5:30, 4 to 6, whatever. And I just remember, I remember this gal that worked with me at the other register, and she was, at the time, she was like 65 or whatever. So, I was like 10 years younger than her or whatever, but we did not get along at all. And every time I couldn't even okay, I'm just going to say right now, I couldn't even fart. And she would call the manager, call the head cashier over and tell him, narc on me like I'm something that I was doing that she didn't like or whatever.
Hmm.
And that went on. We butted heads like forever. And then
I would be like, snitches get stitches.
I know you all in the chat, you've had coworkers like that, and I'm sure Munchkin can relate too, but yeah, I stood up for myself and I said, I ain't doing that. And they said, the heck you are. And so yeah.
I've butted heads with a supervisor at my work before.
Yeah, see, Scott knows. You said
she was
like that.
My supervisor was like constantly. Well, she wasn't my supervisor. She was filling in for my supervisor, and she didn't like me. And yeah, me and her butted heads a couple times because she would demand me to do something. I'm like, you ain't gonna come at me sideways like that. And I said, if you come at me sideways, I'm gonna have an attitude with you. And she demanded me to do something. I said, I ain't doing it. I said, I'm leaving at 11 o'clock. My shift ends at 11.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a minute that you stand up for yourself, I remember when I was on light duty and I had to sit down at the table, and I hurt my knee or whatever, was in a cast. And so I had to sit across from the special services desk, and which means the managers all hung out there and stuff, And there was one gal that worked in electrical or whatever, and she she was like the narc of the place. You know what I mean? She was not in management or nothing. But I remember one day, I forgot. I was I had some customers come over and I had my work phone and then I had my phone. And I was talking to them about something on my phone and she happened to see it. And the next day I got pulled in the office because I was using my phone, not my work phone, and stupid shit like that. So it was always something, They always pick on the good people. What did Scott say? He was what?
So happy when he caught them effing up and pointed it out and they got in trouble. So funny.
Oh, yeah, Scott, I got a question because didn't you say you work for Arida, right? You work for Arida? Like the French
he works for some kind of potato.
Okay. So I want to know why, like I got some Arida tater tots, which I love. But why the batch that I got, like a couple bags I got, why did they take some ingredient out of them? Because they're greasy. They're greasier than they used to be. I mean, you can almost see like the grease on them. So I'm just wondering, Scott, did they change change the formula or the recipe on those? The French fries are okay, but the tater tots, I know the difference that I'm better for they are right at tater tots. Yeah, I've got some in the freezer right now. I'm going to go back to maybe just the store brand, the Meijer store brand or Kroger store brand. Do you want me to grab the bag and show it to you, Scott? Because I have a complaint about it, and maybe you can tell everybody. All right, let me go get it out of the freezer.
That's going to be snitching on the tater tots.
It's better than what was talked about on Shady's show. We got to talk tater tots, not the other one.
He can tell you what they changed, but then he'd have to kill you. It's a highly classified secret.
Let's see. Looking for it. I'm coming back. Give me a minute.
You can even tell when it was made.
They're called golden crispy crowns. So people are going to watch this back and they're going to be like, what the heck? Okay, I'm going to show it to you. I'm taking it out. Can you see it, Scott? I mean, I can smell the potatoes when I open up the bag. I can tell you when it was made. Oh, is that what does Will say? You guys can read it.
That's pretty smart. Keep more grease in the gag.
Yeah, I can feel it. Used to be like I can feel the grease on the side of the bag. It's like slippery.
Yeah.
So what's What's he saying yes to?
Says look on the back under the barcode.
Look on the back end of the barcode.
Okay, what am I looking at?
Maybe the date.
Oh, the date? It just says proof of purchase, but I don't know. I think I bought these at Walmart.
Ugh.
Let me
I don't
see.
buy anything at Walmart.
Yeah, the bag's even greasy. Seriously. And I instead of buying hash browns, it's the same thing.
He said read it out loud.
But I'm looking for the date on it. And I don't see it. Maybe on the bottom or something. Oh, what am I?
Best Buy.
UPC or something? I'm reading.
It says where it says Best Buy. Like your expiration date, Best Buy. Like,
Yeah. Well, I'm looking and I don't see no expiration date on here and even the little top of it's still there.
it's probably down by the barcode at the bottom.
Oh, way on the bottom.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see this. I also need a flashlight. I can't see poop anymore. Okay. Just saying.
Yeah, me neither. I have to have glasses or magnifying glasses to see stuff close up.
Okay, hold on.
My vision's going downhill, and I'm 49.
Molly's all looking at me like, what the heck is wrong with her? Why is she carrying the tater tots around the house? Let's see.
Stick them under your arms
Okay,
and
got
warm
my
them up.
flashlight. Okay, found it. It says best if used by March 31st, 2026.
Wow. They got a longer shelf life than I do.
I'm blind, Scuba. I'm blind. I'm serious. I am so serious. Yeah. Well,
They're not expired.
They already said no, but they're just greasier. I mean, I'm almost thinking of going back just to the.
They said read the numbers under that.
Huh?
He said read the numbers under that.
Read the numbers under that.
Yeah, underneath the use by date.
Good Lord. What numbers? It just says used by March 31st. Molly thinks Molly can smell.
He said it should start with on.
Huh?
He said it should start with on. O-N.
Yeah, it does. What am I supposed to read this to you, Mr. Orida?
Yes.
ON4G095100 something 06. Did you hear that, Scott? Mr. Orida?
Yes.
Mr. French Fry?
Mr. French Fry.
Should start with an ON.
And you said ON4G0695100 something 06. That's what
he said. He made his plant.
Oh, wow.
He did it.
Wow. Yeah. You added this grease to it, didn't you?
Just for you.
Seriously, I can put like 5, 6, 7 of them in my skillet. I don't even have to add butter to it. So something's different. Okay. I'm just saying. And I don't even buy.
Real fly busted.
We don't want to know what Scott is doing on the line.
It's all on you. Molly, what are you doing? Molly's like, I'm using Molly's house for all my stuff because she's going to step over it. Okay, she's looking.
So Scott, is the ON4G0951000 something 06? If they all whatever came from your plant's going to have that number on it?
Huh? What? What are you yelling about down there, Gypsy? What? You yelling numbers at me?
I said, okay, I remember what you said. You said the number was 4G 095 100 something 06. So ON is Ontario. So if any bag that has that number on it came from Scott's plant, right?
Right. Interesting.
Or 2004.
Scott, it's all on you now. Now,
so we just have to look.
You know, my hearing aid's like flying out of my head. I'm never going to look at a bag of French fries or ever the same, because
what
it's going to be like something spiritual to me now, because I'm going to look at it and go, Scott made these. Scott put every tater tot in the bag.
And then the next two numbers.
August?
The next two numbers of the day.
Yeah, I have a right of French fries in the French fries are fine, but the tater tots kind of questionable. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, G is September.
So okay, Scott? So what's the difference between if I go and buy a Meyer brand, Golden Crispy, whatever? What's the difference, Scott? Aren't they all kind of the same ingredients, or do they change it up with the generic? Because they probably can't use the same recipe for the Golden Crispy Crowns. Golden. See, I'll only buy Golden. If it doesn't say Golden, like me, because I'm Golden, then I won't buy them.
Scuba said Scott was off that day.
Oh, that's what it
usually has different spices.
Oh, you know what? That's kind of funny. Generic usually has different spices. It's kind of like the men that have been in my life. I would say they're kind of generic because they all were, some of them were not so spicy. Okay, I'm just saying. Some of them, to me, were like Limburger cheese. I said it. He
recommends the regular round tater tots.
Why? What's the difference?
Because crispy crowns are flat round things, and the regular round tater tots are long and have more potato in them.
Oh, I recommend the regular round tater tot. The regular round. You mean like the little tubey ones that look like little tubes?
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like little barrels.
So, so economically, you probably get more for your money if you buy the little tubes as to the tots. You want the tubes or the Walter's cracking up?
Crispy crowns.
The tubes or the tots?
No, what you bought is crispy crowns. So they're the little flat things. They look like thick coins. So you got more outside greasiness to less inside potato.
Wow. I've learned so much tonight. Thank you, Scott. This has been...
he said less greasy and the grease blows off easier and all the recovery machine after the fryer.
Wow. I'm telling you, I'm going to put this back in the freezer because of defrosting on me. I'm never going to look at the...
Just put them under your arm, Linda. Put them under your arm and make them nice and warm. And after the show, you can eat them.
Oh, ew. My dog used to love when I make. Yeah, I buy the little before these came out, because these they didn't always have the flat ones. I think these just right, Scott. These came out years ago, whatever. Because I used to always buy just the cube.
Walter said Scott the FTY master.
What's FTY master? What's that? Scott the FTY master. Oh, French fry master.
Tater French fry master. Fry master.
Yeah, he hit the T instead of the R.
Oh, fry. Okay, fry.
Wow. So Scott, what is your job? What do you call it? Like, what is your position at the factory then? What Do you like have to bag the tater tots? Put the tater tots in the bag? What do you do, Scott? Or are you the inspector? Because if you are the inspector of the tater tots, you're not inspecting very well. Okay. So, yes, we're picking on Scott now.
He said, yes, they made those before I started 16 years ago. Walter says tater oiler.
Arita's been around that long? 16 years?
Oh, yeah.
Walter said he's a tater oiler.
I'm going to say that real bad. Oh, come on. I got to use my tater oiler.
Scott said they used to work in quality and dealt with quality from 2009 to 2020.
Wow. You know what, Scott? I'm going to put this away, but Scott, I'm surprised you don't own the company by now. So have you ever met Mr.
He was a mechanic from 2029. It's not.
Have you ever met
2019
in person?
That was probably 2019.
Is
Yeah,
there
it ain't 2029 yet. Don't push the years.
is there a real Mr. Arita out there? I mean, is that a real person? Did you meet him? Is there really somebody that invented because that dude's got to be a billion trillionaire now, because I don't know. When I was growing up, we didn't have all this fancy stuff. My mom had a French fryer pot or whatever, big old yellow thing. And she made the French fries from real potatoes, right? When we were growing up. I don't think they had all the frozen French fries and all that.
Well, here's some history for you. Brothers Theodore Golden Grigg and Nephi Grigg invented tater tots in 1953 in Ontario, Oregon.
Vinegar. Oh yeah, they got vinegar ones, huh? Vinegar.
Vinegar. No.
People like vinegar fries, right?
I didn't say vinegar.
Yeah, we'll have to have Scott on. We'll have to have him on the show to talk about French fries and tater tots. And what else does Arita make? Have you met Mr. Arita? Do you have like somebody that comes through your work? And hello, Mr. Arita.
Arita came from Oregon, Idaho.
You tell Mr. Arita you're looking mighty fried tonight.
And it says the background. The brothers grew up on a farm near Nampa, Idaho, and moved to Oregon in 1935. They sold corn and potatoes through their company, Griggs Brothers Produce Company. After World War II, they supplied their crops to a frozen food plant in Ontario, but when the plant went bankrupt in 1950, they formed the Oregon Frozen Foods Company. And brothers were looking for a way to use leftover potato slivers from French fry production. They chopped up the slivers, added flour and seasoning, and pushed the mixture through holes in a board to create bite-sized logs.
Okay, so when did the steak fries start coming out? They have the crinkle fry, right? How many fries? Crinkle fry, steak fries. I like steak fries sometimes. Is it crinkle, steak fry? What's the other one? Because they always ask.
Shoestring fries.
The curly fries.
They got curly fries, waffle fries.
Yeah. Wow.
I love all kinds of French fries, so I'm a fry person.
It used to be just.
Long as they're hot. I like them hot. I have to have French fries hot, or they're nasty.
When you go to the restaurant, you'd have, they just say, yeah, I like some French fries. Now it's like, curly, you want this, you want that. So anyway, we are already at almost 10 o'clock. So I'm going to read my little thing out of the book, give you all something to go with. Thank you, Scott, for all that, sharing all your knowledge with us. I feel so much smarter now. And like I said, I'm never going to look at tater tots ever the same. I'm just going to be like, and I know, Scott, I know you're just a DM away. If I have any questions about the French fries that I'm buying or the tater tots, I'll definitely message you. So I want to make sure I get the answer from the horse's mouth. Right, Michelle?
Right. Now he's going to have me looking at my French fry bags every time I go to the store. Make sure they're nice.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to be looking at the bottom of the bag.
Yeah, I'm going to put Scott on FaceTime. Is this okay? Or I'll take a picture and go, what do you think? What do you think? Yeah, you do. Gosh. So
okay, for those of you who are complaining that it's cold, it's snowing at the Steelers-Browns football game.
Ugh.
It's snowing hard.
No, that's okay. I'm good. I'm in my nice warm house.
Okay, I'm going to read you guys. I'm going to read to you real quick, and then we're going to call it a night. I had so much fun tonight. Okay, so hold on to your dreams and never let them go. Show the rest of the world how wonderful you are. Give circumstances a chance and give others the benefit of the doubt. Take on your problems one by one and work things out. So it's saying don't get yourself, and I'm the worst on that, to get overwhelmed about stuff. I know that's shocking, I know. Rely on all the strength you have inside. Let loose of the sparkle and spirit that you sometimes try to hide. I love that. Stay in touch with those who touch your life with love. And I stay in touch with you guys because you touch my life with love. So look on the bright side and don't let adversity keep you from winning. Be yourself because you are filled with special qualities that have brought you this far and that you will always see you through. So keep your spirits up, make your heart happy, and let it reflect on everything you do. And please celebrate the small wins, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go. The small wins in life. Things that, and maybe there's things that Scott's already messaging me. It's already starting, the madness. He's already on it. He's so efficient, isn't he? Oh my God, he doesn't waste a second. Well, let's just see while we're live on the air here. This thing goes. Let's see here.
He said that's the tater tot board I mentioned in the history of tater tots.
Oh, I see.
And how they were made.
Okay. All right. Maybe sometime, have to go. Wait, where is this plant located again? Where are the tater tots? Alaska? Where is it?
Ontario,
Canada, right?
Yeah.
Okay. See, and I'm French Canadian. That's my ancestry or whatever. My birth mom was born in Quebec, so that makes me French Canadian. Yes. Ontario, Oregon. Oh, not Ontario, Canada. Okay, so you're in Oregon. Ooh, I'm sure it's cold there. He's laughing.
Oh, it's Ontario,
Oregon. Oregon.
Plus,
Oregon very too fast because I'll come out something else and I'll really be in trouble. So,
and there's probably a lot of plants in Idaho too, because that's the potato state.
Yes. So
I thought Idaho was.
I had so much fun tonight.
Didn't I say Idaho? I might have said Idaho.
What'd you say? Idaho?
Yeah, Idaho. It's a potato state.
Yeah, it is. That's what they're known for.
You don't want to say that too loud, like to somebody, because they'll think you're saying something else.
Just like Wisconsin's a cheese state. I'd love to go to Wisconsin.
You call me a hoe? Idaho?
Idaho.
Okay. I'm getting slap happy here because it's been so long since I've, been able to start laughing again. Jeez Louise. But this is the place to be tonight. I tell you what, we learned a lot about French fries and just about Thanksgiving and life and all that stuff. And so, Gypsy, where can we find you on YouTube?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the board that Scott sent me a picture of.
Yes.
That's pretty cool looking. Oh, let's see. You can find me. I'm about to get off of TikTok, though. It's making me mad, but I'm currently on TikTok. And I'm on Facebook.
I turned my app off. I turned it
Yeah,
off.
it's
I'm
making
sorry,
me
Jade.
mad.
Yeah.
Because like Jade got on a live stream on TikTok the other night. I didn't get the message for 14 hours. 14 hours later, I got a message that said, 1 Foot Flamingo is live on TikTok right now. And I went to TikTok and she was live 14 hours earlier. So I'm a little ticked off at TikTok.
Yeah.
I'm currently on TikTok.
I think that happened to me too. I know I can still open I turn the app off, but I know I can, if I want to, I just hit it, come back on.
Yeah, they're getting to where they stink. So, but I'm currently on TikTok, Messenger, Facebook, and Instagram. So I'm all over the place. And in the air and on the ground. And I got an award from LCRA as the host most likely to greet customers by air or sea with a funny story. So
I love that. You better frank that or something. That's very cool. Yeah. They know you well, Gypsy. They know you well.
They know I fly, and they've seen me out. They've seen my paramotor now. It's here at the property with me. So
thank you, Will. Yeah. Hey, can we do a shout out real quick, Michelle, in the chat? Just say thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Here tonight, they hung out with us.
Yeah. Thanks, Will. Scott. I have to go back.
I got them all written down.
Yeah, I'm glad you do because I didn't write nothing down.
All right. Okay. Say hi to everybody. Okay. We had Bill H. and we had Tony Marzano and Scuba and Will Fly and Walter from Down Under and John Wayne, Judy Marshall, Scott Savage, and Jade all the way from Mississippi.
Yay. Hi, Weezy.
Thank you to everyone for stopping in.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you. I'm hiding like cough drops here so my kitty don't get it. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us tonight. That's what it's about. Just having everybody hang out on Thursday nights, and we all kind of check in with each other and talk about our days and our weeks and all that stuff and chat among ourselves and play with the Rubik's Cubes. And you can bring that to the show anytime you want, Kramer. And Michelle, where can we find you every Thursday?
On here, of course. Until I go back to work.
Yes.
Which is going to suck because I'll be missing shows. Then I'll have to go back and rewatch them.
Oh, I know I'll miss. Gosh. So you're gonna do the insurance thing like your side job, whatever kind of thing.
Yeah,
I'm excited for you. I want to know more information on that. Now
I already got one woman. Hopefully, I gotta go talk to her on the 2nd. So she's wanting to possibly get insurance with her husband. So
okay, all right. Cool. Thank you, Walter. Thank you, chatters, everybody, for joining us tonight. I wanted to make it as fun as I could, make it inspirational so that when y'all go on with your day tomorrow, or maybe you jump in the chat, maybe you've had a bad day, I want to inspire people and just lift them up and, just make them happy about life. And that's what the show is all about. We don't always have a guest. When we do, we make it really fun because, Barry was in the house last week and what a blast. That ran till like almost 11 o'clock. And he had the best time. Him and Nina, right?
Yeah.
That's her name? Yeah, Nina. And I have to laugh because remember how I said it when he kept calling me Lindsay? And so he was correcting me. And then I doubled it and I corrected him and I said, it's Lindy, not Lindsay. And he just lost it. Remember that? That was so funny. So thank you, Scott. I look forward to you guys too. And like I said, I do the show for you guys. I do it for you. I love to do it for me, but I look forward to it and do it for you. And I always, every week, I try to get better and get more creative and everything. And please, 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 all be safe out there. Have a blessed Thanksgiving next Thursday. I will see you. You guys got a calendar on you when the next will be back December what? I think it's 5th. you pull a calendar there for my next show. So no show next Thursday, okay? And I'll make sure I put a reminder on Facebook on Thursday. But
Yes.
'cause I want y'all to enjoy Thanksgiving with your family and stuff. So
Yeah, it'll be the 5th.
okay, so well, I'll be back here December 5th. Okay, same place, same time, and everything. Enjoy your family. Big hugs to everybody. Oh yeah, that's right. What's going on tomorrow night, Gypsy?
Tomorrow night is Scuba Vapes on YouTube. So come by, drop by, see Scuba and Munchkin live on Scuba Vapes, and play Flip Coin and Mod Heist. It's tons of fun.
I know. I always invite Michelle. I always send her a link. And what's on Tuesday? There's a show on Tuesday.
Next Tuesday is the Tuesday night hangout with Never Trust a Skinny Chef Shane, and his co-hosts are usually Cupcake Krista and Will Fly and Nick J from Just Us E-Bikes, and that's at 7. Well, it's at 7:00 here in Texas. Yeah. All the shows are at 7:00 in Texas. If you're on the East Coast, they're at 8:00.
Tuesdays are fun. Tuesdays are super fun.
Lots of fun.
Because after I watch what do I want to say, Shaney's show, then I have a live stream. There's a live stream on Facebook Live, and it's let's see, I got it right here. I'll find it. Let's see. We talk rodeo, we talk PBR. Flint always has a show. Oh yeah, on Tuesdays, right after I watch it or whatever on Facebook Live, and it's Flint. It says Flint's show, or whatever, and we talk the PBR, the bull riding, and all that stuff, and everything in the rodeo world or whatever for an hour. And I just hang out in the chat with everybody. It's pretty fun. So, anyways, I think we are going to call it a night. I keep forgetting his show is called According to Flint, and it's on Tuesday nights. According to Flint, that's Flint Live or whatever. So yeah, I always jump on the Facebook Live after Tuesday show, and it's a fun thing. So I do keep busy, and this show keeps me busy. And like I said, I wish you all a great, happy, blessed Thanksgiving. We will see you all
Thanksgiving too.
Thursday. Yep. I'll be hanging in the chats this week with everybody, but much love, lots of hearts and everything. And thanks for all the knowledge on the French fries. That was pretty fun. And I'm going to, I'm getting my little thing here. So we're going to end the stream. Thank you so much. I so appreciate you. Much love to everybody. And I'll see y'all on the 5th, December 5th. We will be back right here. And we're going to celebrate all kinds of cool things.
Watch a Rubik's Cube.
Yes. And the Rubik's we're going to celebrate all kinds of things in December. I have to get creative because that's the last month of the year. So we're going to kind of talk about, our goals for next year kind of thing. And we'll just kind of take it from there. So this will be super fun, inspirational and all that. So anyway, y'all be safe, be good. God bless. Don't forget Jesus loves you, and keep the faith and all that stuff. And I'll see you on December 5th, except maybe in the chats on the other shows, but you know what I mean. So,
except for Walter, we'll see Walter on the 6th.
Yep. That's right. That's right. Love you, bunches. Bye.